And welcome to another edition of Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Oh my gosh, we're halfway through the week already. Already.
Oh, it's what a wabbit. It's what a wabbit.
The wabbit.
Yeah,
We should do cartoon voices all through the show one day.
I'd have to practice on that because I don't think
Can't you do Tweety Bud?
I'd have to go listen to him.
Well, come
really
on, let's practice.
My name is Tweety. I don't remember what he said.
Can you do Elmer Fudd?
Why don't you just do all of them?
Hello, Bunny Wabbit.
See, you do that. What about Wile E. Coyote?
Sure, you could do him. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do it.
There's no voice. He doesn't say anything. There we go.
Me.
So who's your favorite cartoon character?
You know,
from the Warner Brothers series, like back in the day.
Who did Tom and Jerry? Was it Warner Brothers?
I don't
or was
know,
that,
but those were good.
That was.
Those were
I'd love
awesome.
to hold a frying pan out to somebody run into. I absolutely think that would be hysterical.
I used to watch the Roadrunner, and I loved it when he would paint a tunnel on
and he'd be there,
rock, and he could run, and the Roadrunner would run through it.
Right, but the poor little coyote couldn't do it.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to have some tunnel paint wherever
Wouldn't
you
it,
want to
though?
go. Yeah, just paint wherever
I
you want to
get
go.
from here to the. I want to get up there, right through this wall. With hey, there's a motorcycle helmet out there. We can just beat our way through it.
Yeah, there is a.
Or did you go get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
There's a motorcycle helmet that I guess fell off the highway, and it's on the bank out here. If anybody's lost their helmet, it's out here.
Please come retrieve it because we're a little worried where the person is that had it on their head.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh boy, we've got a big show for you today.
We do. Alice, Wakeem, Stewart, and Mary Gully are here, and they're with neighbors and friends of Table Rock Lake.
Okay.
And we will also have a couple people from the circus that's in town, and I don't want to mispronounce the name of it.
Jay Walther, I've been talking with him, and he says he's bringing Maddie with him.
Okay.
And if you've not been able to go to the circus, there's one right here in Harrison.
Yeah.
And it's what do they call it? A
boutique.
Boutique
circus.
It's a scaled down. It's not the big 3-ring with the elephants and stuff like that.
But I like that. It's more intimate.
It
and
is.
You can keep your eye on what's going on. It's hard in a 3-ring circus to.
Now you're going to try to go, right?
I am going to try and go.
I'm going to try to go. I'm going to try to go again.
Good for
if
you.
I can get my granddaughter available.
Even if I have to go by myself, since none of you people said, "Oh, I'll go with you."
Okay. But the Piccolo Zoppe.
Is that how you say it, Zoppe?
Zoppe, I think so.
Okay.
I think that's right.
All right.
There's a little
asterisk thing,
accent mark
after
right
the E.
above the E there. So I think it's Zoppe.
Okay.
But we'll find out a little bit of the history and find out who's going to perform there and why you should not let this opportunity slip you by.
Right on this flyer, it says since 1842.
Yes, we'll be hopefully we'll be talking about the history and how that is connected with the people that are running the program now.
There you go.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. But that's a little bit. That'll be at the 9:30 time slot if you're interested. If you're keeping up with it. I got a new watch.
Yeah, Dan's like all excited about his watch.
I've never had one of these, and I see people that have it, and they, they're looking at their.
You can answer text messages, not very easily.
I can answer
on
the
there.
phone on this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but your phone has to be in a certain distance, unless that has cellular on it.
It's Bluetooth.
But if you have cellular on your phone, I don't know that one offered that, but
I'm enjoying it.
Good, I'm glad. That's awesome.
It tracked my sleep pattern last night.
He sleeps suckily.
Did you see all the lines in there? The
movement.
Well, it's supposed to be one blue square.
Block. Yeah.
But it was all messed up.
Yeah.
And I woke up every one of those times.
So you had to wear that?
Yeah, you have to put it on.
How long does the battery last? Or do you know yet? Is it that new?
Well, the battery is. I looked at it. I put it on yesterday about 5 or 6.
Oh, so it should go 24.
80%.
Okay.
It's been on. you know.
You haven't used it for anything really, probably. I think the more you use it for different, like, I don't know.
Well, it said that
different apps that it's going
to. Yeah, if it does your blood pressure or blood, not blood pressure,
pulse.
but your pulse.
I don't know where
does
we're
your
at.
pulse and different things like that.
Yeah.
It takes up more battery
Right.
life. So anyway,
Right.
I'm liking it.
Good. I'm glad. Go you.
So Kelly tells me, she goes, okay, so I guess I'll just cancel the order for the watch that I got you for Christmas.
Did she mean it?
No.
Oh.
No. Anyway.
She
But
busted you.
It's supposed to rain today sometime.
I understand that to be true.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to rain between 11 and 3 p.m., but it says chance of showers between 11 and 3, cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 65 degrees, 40% chance of precip today.
Okay.
I guess it's going to come and go. It's just going to go through town like a lot of the tourists just come through town and
Little
come and go, stop off to go to the restroom.
a little spat through town.
A little spat through town, and we're done with it. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming mostly clear with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday, what do we got?
Thursday we have most sunny. We are sunny with a high of 61. And
Is there any gusts?
Yeah, there should be some
associated with it?
gusts, possibly up to 20 miles per hour of gusts. And then Thursday night, clear and a low of 37, calm wind, no gusts. Friday, sunny and a high of 64, calm wind, 5 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear with a low of, guess what? Put your coats on, 38.
38 degrees.
38 degrees. And Saturday, high of 66, low of 47. And Dan,
Yes.
go ahead on Sunday.
Sunday is high of 68 degrees, low 52. And then Monday and Tuesday, the high looks like it's going to be around 65.
Okay.
With a 70% and a 50% chance of rain on Monday and Tuesday.
Wow. So rain's not out of our future, possibly.
Let's ponder a topic.
Dan, let's do.
What do you say?
Let's do.
I get my mouse over here.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay.
Wow.
What do you think? Should individuals have the right to end their own lives in certain circumstances?
Wow. I want to say yes.
Yeah.
But you could never come up with the guidelines for that, ever.
Okay.
I think that's why God intended us not to.
Okay.
But do I totally sympathize in situations where people want to? Yes. Yeah. That doesn't really answer the question.
Yeah, but it's a complicated question.
It's a very complicated question.
I'm with you. I think that if somebody's suffering so bad, you want to help them.
Just let them, yeah.
Well,
I had to do that kind of with my mom in a way because she had a stroke. She couldn't eat. And so we knew, she was in the nursing home. She was elderly anyway.
Right.
But that was a hard decision as a human being to say, no, we're not putting a feeding tube in.
Yeah.
Basically saying, had I done so, would she be alive? Yeah. So did I kill her? No. I just let nature take its course. Yeah. But it was, it's a struggle. It's a moral struggle.
Yeah. And people you love, you don't want to see them in pain.
No, you don't.
It's just like an animal.
And my mom hated where she was, So, yeah.
What do you do with a sick animal? You take it to the vet and euthanize it. Yeah. And you don't feel bad about that.
No.
But, it is a moral question.
It is. It's a tough one.
And I'm sure a lot of people, we got a ton of responses yesterday.
We did. Thank y'all for engaging,
first of all.
Yeah,
that was very nice.
And that was a good question,
I haven't thought about reading some of those. I think there were several people that were misunderstanding or didn't know, and maybe I wrote the question wrong, but it was like, what was it? Sex education?
Should schools teach comprehensive sex education? Yeah. Everybody needed an explanation of comprehensive. Yeah. Most people. So, yeah. But, there's a ton of responses on here. It's quite interesting.
I could have left that out completely, though, didn't I?
What?
Shouldn't I? I should have just left comprehensive out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we appreciate all of the response that you guys are, and it's growing a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
On that one question it was. So let's see how many responses we get out of this one. Go to our Facebook page at Around the Table. Should individuals have the right to end their own lives in certain circumstances?
We've already got 8 comments, so yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Would you like to do some history?
Oh, let's do her.
Let's do some history.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Oh, that's music. Is that okay, music?
Yeah, this is,
Chicos?
yeah, it's copyright. Yeah, it's okay. I feel like riding a horse.
84 years ago, the Walt Disney classic Fantasia premiered. From that film, here's a portion of the Nutcracker Suite done by the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra.
Okay.
We see reflected in a dark mirror dimly a chance now to let go of the pain, the grief.
42 years ago today, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial designed by Maya Lin was dedicated on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. One of the speakers that day took note of the black granite walls that bear the names of the war dead.
Okay.
We fully understand the hardship of your task. We know about the cold, windswept nights that leave you aching from head to foot, I'm sure.
41 years ago, ignoring advisors who feared for his safety, President Reagan visited the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea and spoke with soldiers there.
Okay. And the next music cut we can't play because of... Well, don't sing it. We'll be... We'll be ostracized for sure. 27 years ago today, The Lion King opened on Broadway. And if you can just throw some music in your head.
I can't do it.
We immediately dropped to the floor as we continued to hear numerous gunshots. The woman next to me had a fatal injury. 9
years ago, the worst attack on French soil since World War II took place as Islamic State militants carried out a coordinated attacks in Paris on the National Stadium, restaurants, and a crowded concert hall, killing 130 people and wounding more than 350. Charlotte was eating dinner when the shooting began.
Francis Goring abducted 3 women. We're looking for a 4th.
This is a birthday cut. Actor Joe Montana was born on this day 77 years ago. His roles include FBI profiler David Rossi on Criminal Minds.
I'm asking the Republicans and Democrats to join me in a bipartisan conversation to find solutions.
Actor Chris Noth was born 70 years ago. His roles include Law and Order, Sex and the City, and the governor of Illinois on The Good Wife.
Okay.
I was thinking more like Vegas, get some butts in the seats.
This is a birthday cut. Actress Whoopi Goldberg and star of The View was born on this day 69 years ago. Goldberg's many roles include a lounge singer running for the mob in Sister Act, where she hid out in a convent. A convent. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go with convent.
Okay, convent and jazzed up the choir. She also was a character in Star Trek.
Oh, and then Gerard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gerard Butler is 55 years old today.
And also a birthday cut, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
57.
Okay. All righty. There you go.
Let's take our first break, and when we come back, we'll have Alice Wakeem and Mary...
Wakeem Stewart.
Oh, Wakeem Stewart. Mm-hmm. That wasn't on the list.
And Mary Gully.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking members of friends of the Table Rock Lake. Stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. I think it was last year about this time we had these guests in the studio.
We sure did.
Alice Wakeem Stewart and Mary Gully.
Yes.
Yes. And we're talking about a tour of homes, right?
Yes.
We did this last year, so let's just do it again.
Well, first of
in case
all,
people forgot.
I also want to know, did everything go well last year and you have a good representation?
Yes.
I hope.
Yes, actually last year Alice's home was one of the
Oh.
homes on the tour.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So
Good.
tell us about this year. What's gonna, who, what, where, and how?
Well, this year we have a wide variety. We always try to get a wide variety of homes. We've had huge homes. We've had tiny homes. We've had a houseboat on the tour one year. So we had lodges. We have all kinds of.
Yeah, keep
all
talking.
kinds
We're
of
just
homes on the
fixing.
tour. So this year we have a comfy, cozy little 2,300 square foot home that's nicely decorated for Christmas. We have a 2-story with views from every room. We have a beautiful ranch with a view, outstanding view, and we have one that we just added to the tour, and it is a brand new construction, modern construction, humongous retaining wall that took a year to build.
Wow.
And it's like 4,300 square feet. And people that have seen it from the lake and thought, wow, I'd like to see that house. Well, now this is their opportunity.
Okay.
They
That's
can
great.
get inside that house and see how beautiful it is from the
Right.
inside.
It may give you some inspo. You never know.
Yes.
You know?
Cool.
So people just volunteer their home and they prepare it as they would for Christmas and invite people to do a fundraiser, so to speak, and come tour their home. I don't know that I could ever get my home decorated pretty enough to do
Right.
that.
I think I started getting mine ready last year, probably starting in July.
Yeah.
I mean, I would feel like, I'm going to have a lot of eyes here.
Right. You even have to. I even redid the closet so that people are
Did you
walking
really
through
do
the
that?
master bedroom.
Do they open the closet?
Well, they do. They do.
Yes.
Oh, I would be
Oh, that's funny.
not in a good place with that.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
did you have the Lazy Susan in your
I had a
closet?
lazy-
She
I had
has
a
a
big
Lazy
lazy-
Susan with her shoes.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, people needed to see that. It was a custom build, and
That's
Were all the
cool.
shoes lined up
yes,
properly?
I
There you
dusted
go.
all the shoes.
Oh, I bet
Good,
she.
good.
I bet that morning she.
Did you get any of the ladies come out and say, "Where did you get those
Yes,
pumps
they,
at?"
well, I don't think they noticed the shoes.
Can
but
we
they
shop
did
the
notice-
closet?
The Lazy
They did
Susan.
notice the lazy Susan.
Yes.
I think you
That's
should
pretty
come
cool.
shop the closet.
Have you ever? And I'm noticing on your flyer here, the homes are big homes.
Not always.
Okay, and I was going to ask, are there any unique smaller homes that would fit this category, or maybe a property that had a beautiful setting?
Yes. Come one, come all. So we take anything.
Okay.
Like I said, we've had houseboats, we've had lodges,
Oh,
we've had
okay.
we've had we like to offer a wide variety
I think
as
that's
far as
great.
the type of home and the location. So we don't want them all, right here next together. This year we like to try to have 2 on one side of the bridge, 2 on the other side of the bridge. This year we only have 1 on the Lampy side of the bridge and the other 3 are on the other side. But we like to have a wide variety because that sells more tickets.
Well, sure. So Mary, who are you? I mean, as far as this, that you're
group?
obviously a group in the
Yes.
organizer.
We're the
or
neighbors and
organizing
friends of Table Rock
body.
Lake, which started 24 years ago as a bunch of ladies who joined the Welcome Wagon. And
Oh,
we're
yeah.
welcoming people to the city of Kimberling City. And
Is that organization still functioning?
I think it is still around, but you
Okay.
don't hear a lot
I
about
didn't hear
it.
a lot about it
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
But they decided they were brainstorming for fundraising ideas, and they decided, let's have a home tour. And there were like 15 of them that opened up their homes for tours, and they raised $7,500,
Yeah.
which 23 years ago, that
That's
money went a long
significant.
way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they thought, this is great. So they were trying to decide, how to distribute these funds because we're a charitable organization. And the Welcome Wagon came in and said, where's our cut? And they said,
Oh.
well, you had nothing to do with the organizing or putting on of this event. We don't feel you know. So at that point, they split from the Welcome Wagon.
Okay.
They became
Okay.
their own organization. So this is now our 23rd annual Christmas home tour. I think we
Cool.
did
Yeah.
probably miss because of COVID in 2020, but
Yeah.
other than that, they've had one every year.
Well, have both y'all lived there for quite some time? I mean, were you original to Kimberling City, or?
It's hard to find somebody who's been in the area for a long time. Most
And I
people are
asked
from
that
here, there, and everywhere. Yeah.
Because did you have the advantage of someone like the Welcome Wagon or some organization like this, making you feel welcome in your new community?
Well, I think a lot of people retire down to the
Okay.
lake. So
Okay.
that
Yeah.
was kind of our plan, was to retire at the lake. And I noticed actually on Facebook that there was a group called Neighbors and Friends of Table Rock Lake. It's a group of 300 women from all around. They come from Shell Knob or Branson. And that group of 300 women is pretty much a force of nature and can take on some pretty big events. And this home
Right.
tour is a big event. We sold probably over 600 tickets, and you can just imagine
Wow.
600 people walking through these homes. So
Oh
it's
my
very
gosh, yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
And we're on the home tour committee, so that's, there's all kinds of ways to get involved in the organization. But this is one way to help
Yes.
with this home tour, because it also takes an army. And we also have, at the Kimberling Area Library, the Holiday Boutique.
No, what is that?
If you want to buy homemade pies or cakes or Christmas cookies that are decorated, that's the place to
Yeah.
go. So we also have this group of 300 women bring all kinds of baked
Correct.
goods that we sell on those 2 days of the home tour.
Anything and everything you might
We also
wanna
have We also have vendors set up.
Oh,
selling,
okay.
Selling their wares, home
Okay.
decor.
So it's a huge, like a big festival,
Yeah.
basically.
It's a Friday. We call it a weekend event, but it's actually a Friday and a Saturday.
Okay, you said Friday and Saturday, but when is that? What
Friday,
and Saturday?
December the 6th, and Saturday, December the 7th. The boutique is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. both days.
Okay.
The home tour actually occurs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on, I'm sorry,
Friday.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. We close it down a little bit early on
Okay.
Saturday.
These people still live in their houses? What are you doing? For 2 days? You know, they go spend the night somewhere else? No.
Well, my husband actually, when my home was on the tour in 21, he left because he wanted to keep the dog out of the way. So we had a home in the St. Louis area.
He probably had other reasons to leave too.
He didn't want to see
than the
me
dog.
pulling my hair out. My home probably gets the award for the most Christmas decorations of all time. I have 12 Christmas trees in my house. So
Oh, for
Oh, my
Pete's sake.
gosh.
I'm the crazy Christmas lady.
Oh my
I'm,
gosh.
I'm so the opposite of you. But hey, I appreciate people that do, you
Yes,
know.
I love
Now,
it.
where can people get tickets?
And how much are they?
And how much are
and
they?
then we're
Yeah.
going to touch on what do
Yes,
the
where
proceeds
does
go
the money
for?
go?
Yes.
Well, you can, we have on our Facebook page, you can see a flyer that has the QR code that you can buy tickets online and then pick your tickets up at the library. But we also sell the tickets at the Harder House grocery store, and you can buy them at the Kimberling Area Library ahead of
Okay.
time.
Okay.
If you buy them the day of, the tickets are $20 before, and they're $25 the day of. And again, it's a wonderful thing to do with your girlfriends or your family. Walk around, if you're looking at property at Table Rock, it lets you see
Yeah.
neighborhoods that you probably would never just drive through.
Yeah.
And it supports such a good cause. Every dollar that's raised goes to support local charities in Stone and Taney County that apply for funds. They apply for grants.
Oh, okay.
So this is a major fundraiser, but everything is volunteer. All the ladies, buy their own ingredients to make the cookies and the pies.
Sure.
So every
Yeah.
dime of this goes to support all the charities that apply for help, and
Do
the need
you-
is great.
Do you have a committee that
Yep.
uh,
We have
I guess
a grant
disseminates
request.
where the money goes?
We have a grant request that you can also
Yeah.
find online at nftrl.org, the grant request form. And the cutoff is probably in September, and people will submit grant requests. The maximum that anyone can request is $5,000.
Okay.
And so people will ask for all different amounts. And we get charities throughout the entire spectrum. We have, animal groups.
Sure,
we
yeah.
have battered women groups. We have a lot of veterans groups. We have homeless groups. And then we also have groups, promoting music in the community, that kind of thing. So last year we did have, I think it was $58,000 in requests. And we were fortunate that we had raised enough money that year that we were able to to say
Grant
yes
those
to them
requests.
all.
Wow, wonderful.
However, this year, that was 20 organizations we gave money to last year. This year, we have had 32 organizations request money, and the total requested is $142,000.
Ugh.
So unfortunately, there's no way we're going to raise enough to meet everyone's needs, but we need every dollar.
Do you ever
we
give
can.
a little? Well, I'm not going to ask that on here. Never mind. I'm getting out too internal there.
It's hard enough to give the money away to one individual
Yes,
when you know that there's
and
a lot
they
of
will
need.
have the groups that are requesting money will come to the monthly luncheon meetings. So the women who are deciding, because the organization actually, they get like a ballot with all the recipients, and they will decide. We have 32 requesters. We're only going to be able to give to 20. So each person will vote,
Gotcha.
which one, and each group will come and present, what it is they're requesting, what their group does, and what they plan to do with the money.
Right.
Good.
I want to hold this. Sorry, I marked on mine, so I'm using yours. But this is what the flyer looks like. That
Yeah.
is on their Facebook page, which is Neighbors and Friends of Table Rock Lake. So that's what you would look for, and there's a QR code here.
Can you
to purchase
move in
tickets.
just a little bit on that QR code? Maybe people can scan it on their phone. I've done this
I don't
before,
know.
so it
Where
works.
do I need to go? Where do I need to be?
That's fine, right there. And a lot of
There you
people
go.
have pause on their TVs where they can do that. Okay.
All right.
Or go to the Facebook page.
Yes.
Right. But it's Neighbors
Yeah.
and Friends of Table Rock Lake. And
Yeah,
get
just
your
search
tickets
that.
for this. And then you also have the Holiday Boutique that is in conjunction with that.
Two different events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the
Support.
boutique, we also have baskets that we raffle off that we raise a couple $1,000.
What woman? I'm saying woman. Doesn't love a basket full of
we-
goodies.
We do have men who go on the tour also.
I'm
It is
sure that's
probably
true.
The
I'm
majority
just
is
thinking
women,
the
but-
basket full of goodies should be for women.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true or not, but no, I'm kidding.
All
Anyway,
right.
But
Hey.
again, the tickets are available at the library in Kimberling area and Harder House in Kimberling City.
Okay.
Yes, and they're
it's-
$20 and $25. $20
$20
in advance,
now.
$25 the day of the
I
tour.
do want to add to it, says no children under the age of
Yes.
12 and
Oh,
no
okay.
photos or videos are
and
permitted.
no food. They don't want you walking around these people.
well, I don't
I
blame
don't blame
that.
you.
And hope
Cookie
it
in your
doesn't
hand.
rain. You may have to take your shoes off.
Yes.
You know?
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
be prepared.
We do that at the door.
Well,
People are asked to
okay.
remove their shoes and put on,
Well, that's a
and
good
or put
idea.
on booties.
I think
a good
that's
idea.
good. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you go, wear slip-off shoes.
Yes.
Slip-on,
That would be
slip-off
Yes.
shoes.
easiest. Yeah.
Don't wear
we
your
should
lace
put
up
that
boots.
on the flyer.
Should have put that on. Yeah.
No lace up boots, ladies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, no, we
Okay.
provide the booties that
Okay.
they
Perfect.
can put on over.
And it's a
Anyway.
great way to support local charities
Sure.
who,
Yes.
who are
Yeah.
really desperately in need.
We
of
have to look
any
after our
help.
local
Yes.
Yeah.
charities and organizations for sure.
And you can also check a few things off your Christmas list.
You bet.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies.
thank you
I
so much.
appreciate you coming on again this year and talking about it, and look
Thank
forward
you
to
for
next
having
year
us.
getting
All
all
right.
updated.
We appreciate
too.
the invitation.
Okay.
We just love being here, and thank you so much.
If
You are
got-
more than
if-
welcome.
If you got any other events that you want to promote, come on down.
Come on
Okay.
down or
All
send
right.
send me information if I need
Yeah.
to try and
Yes.
put it out.
We
so.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
very
so
much.
much.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
day. We're going to take another break. We'll be right back with
Piccolo.
Piccolo Zoppe Circus in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have, I can't express this enough. This is an exciting time for the Piccolo Zoppe Circus to be in Harrison, and I want to appeal to people out there right now that they should at least go one night before they leave Saturday. If you can go to, and you're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday,
Wednesday,
right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We actually have 5 more shows. What is it, 6 p.m. tonight, 6 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. on Friday, and we have a 4 o'clock and a 7 o'clock on Saturday.
You got some matinees, huh?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Make sure the kids can get in. A lot of times those kids have to get to bed early.
And some people say, I don't want to go to a circus. That's for kids. I tell you what, I went because it was just something new here, and I wanted to experience it.
Yep.
Just the idea of a circus in a tent, and you go in and it's I don't know. It's just it's almost like an experience that you've never had before.
We and by we I mean like my wife and I, Tosca Zoppe, she's the founder. It's her family. Her family's been doing this since 1842.
Yeah.
This is an old hat for her, I've only been doing this for 33 years.
It's a different society.
Well, longer actually. I fell in love with the circus first. I did. I was with the show 3 years before we started dating.
Okay.
But then like Monty is here with us, and his family's generational, and we just pour everything we have into
It's
this.
a different group of people. It's a different society.
Yeah.
And you feel that when you're there. I mean, you guys are the old school performers from way back. I mean, where does that come from? I mean, it's got to be in your blood. In today's generation.
For myself and for many of the performers out there, we're generational. So we all grew up in the industry. We all grew up. But what makes this show, I think, more special than any other circus, because I've worked in large, big arena circuses and other tent circuses, that it's very small and intimate. And it's a small cast. It's a relatively small cast. And all of us have performed together. There's a few new performers coming in. And we all are like one big family. From the owners, Jay and Tosca, they set a family tone to the performers, and it carries into the audience. That when you do, because I think you said it the best, you feel different when you come in. You don't feel like you're just watching a show, that you get like transformed into this element of like ancient type of circus history.
Wow. And you don't. Wow. It's not on every corner.
No.
Yeah.
No,
this
no.
is very, very unique.
Yes.
And there's not this type of thing everywhere you go. No. So for this to be here as an opportunity, I think everyone should at least come and feel it.
Well, we failed to mention your name, which I'm going to let you introduce yourself. And,
sorry. I'm Jay Walther. Myself and my wife, Tosca Zoppe, own the Piccolo Zoppe Circus.
Okay.
And I'm Mati Esqueda. I am one of the clowns.
Okay.
The Piccolo Zoppe.
Well, that way people know who who we're
Yeah.
talking to.
And of course, he says one of the clowns, but we all wear many, many hats.
Well, I think that people will get the perception that when they go to a circus that they're going to see a lot of animal acts and trapeze acts. You do have some of that.
Those elements are there.
Those elements are there.
We have the horses and dogs, the acrobats, the aerial acts.
Yes, I mean all of that is there. But more importantly, is the characters come out and they come alive. Mm-hmm. And I laughed all the way through. I laughed all the way
at
through.
Me, not you, Monty.
That's all right.
I laughed at both of you guys.
And I think it's the intimate setting of the show.
Yeah.
That
it's
you
probably
really,
warm.
Yeah, and you get to feel the performers, whether it's joy or laughter, to nervousness of the aerialists getting ready. You see them gripping and rubbing their hands, trying to get the sweat off their hands to do their next trick. So you feel it because you can literally see they're no further than maybe 40 feet.
Oh, wow.
The worst seat, if that.
Not even. It's 18 feet from... You're right, 40 feet to the center of the ring.
From the center to the worst seat in the place, which is
every
car links.
Every seat is a VIP, up close and personal seat.
Okay.
So that makes the whole experience different than going to an arena where you can't tell what's going on.
Well, we were talking about being at a 3-ring circus, and you can't keep up. You know?
You can't keep up.
There's no way.
And not for nothing, but you can't afford it.
True.
Besides being an old school circus, we try and keep our prices affordable for everybody. We come in and see us. Even our concessions prices and stuff. It's just try and keep it real.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. Oh, we appreciate you being here. For a child to come, this is maybe they're one time to experience something like this at their age. Okay, it'll stick with them forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
What I like is sometimes we started the show. We started this winter show. Tosca and I were sitting there like, why are we always traveling around the place for Christmas? We could stay home in Arkansas and do this, And Greenbrier started a Glistening Greenbrier Festival. They got an ice rink. They were doing some stuff, and it's like, listen, could we step in and do this with you? And the city was behind us, very, very supportive of happening, even though they didn't know what we were doing. They didn't know what we were providing. Once they saw the show, they jumped on 100%.
Yeah.
But they were probably like 75% before that.
Right.
So like we're doing the show, and one thing that sticks out to me is there was an older gentleman. I'm going to say he was a farmer because he had his hat on and his overalls, right? And he was sitting with his let's say either son or daughter or in-law, kids, and the grandkids were there, and everybody was laughing from the top. And this guy looked like he probably hadn't laughed in 30 years. Just to see the whole family there.
It hits everybody.
It hits everybody.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's like a perfect show, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you go through some of the acts that are going to be there and what they do?
Yeah.
Just a
Well, like
brief
I said, we have
outline.
so we have my sister-in-law's there, Carla Heinen, with her dog act.
Yeah.
She has poodles and
Those are fun.
Yeah, they are fun. Yeah. So we have Gino, and Gino's 2 years old now, so he's still a little goofy out there. He sometimes forgets his trick. He's like, "What am I supposed to do now? Oh, I'll jump through the hoop."
Just like a kid.
He
Just like a kid.
He just wants to run and jump.
That's
all he wants to do.
not part of the routine. That's
That's his charm.
That's fun though. Fun to watch.
So we have the clowns, Mati and I, and he makes me so mad during the show, but we have to do it anyway. I say don't do this, and he does it.
Well,
We have the Rosales family with us. So the Rosales is another generational family.
Yeah.
And they do a perch act where, the sons took it over now. It used to be the father and his brother. But they hold a big pole on top of his shoulders, and the brother goes to the top and does headstands and handstands.
Okay, yeah.
They also do a family juggling act, which
That is awesome.
top notch.
It is
I've probably
top-notch.
seen them in 10 years. I've probably seen them drop like 3 or 4 times, and they are so solid.
Yeah.
Who else with it? We have a young couple with us, Channing and Quinn, and that's really nice. Like some nice young family and stuff like that, and they're doing. They do a Chinese pole, so they climb up and down this pole and do all these tricks together. There's another young couple with us, Denise.
Sorry to interrupt, but what makes Channing and Quinn very unique that they did not come from a generational circus. So they weren't born and raised into it.
Right.
They pursued it. They went to schooling. I think Quinn came from Minnesota and Channing from Florida. So they found their own route, and much like most circus people, they perform together on one circus, and then they fall in love, get married, have kids, and then the kids do it. But yeah, they're a little bit unique versus people like myself, and Jay is actually one of the other people that joined the circus, ran away with the circus. So you get all walks of life as performers, and there's also a big African from Kenya troupe.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. There's so much energy.
Yeah.
They perform that way and they live that way. I don't know how that they have so much energy. They're just bouncing off the wall all the time.
One thing you'll find when you go to the circus, when you go to the first tent where the concessions are and the gifts and different one, is the performers are the actual counter people. I mean,
they do it all.
They do everything. So you're up close and personal with everyone there, and then after the show, you can mingle with them, talk to them.
We all go out front. And we love to take pictures with everybody as they're leaving. Meet and greet. We love when people come up to say hi, and
Okay.
So tonight at 6.
Tonight at 6.
Tomorrow at 6. Fridays at 6.
Fridays at 7.
I'm sorry, 7, and then Saturday is 4 and 7.
Correct.
The final day.
All right.
Get your tickets. There's a website.
It's piccolozoppe.com. PICCOLOZOPPE.com.
And you guys are leading edge technology because you can you could get the ticket on your phone and just hold it up.
Just hold up the phone when you come in. Exactly. We have laser eyes. We scan everything.
Okay.
That's only one of their many talents.
Hey, thanks so much for coming to Harrison, guys.
Thank you guys
Appreciate
for
it.
having us.
Yeah.
We're so happy to be on the Ann and Dan show.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait a minute.
He's my new friend.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. You don't know how many times I get that joke. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
for
it.
having us.
Go out
Thank
and see the circus. The Piccolo Zoppe Circus is in town every night until Saturday.
Located right over by
Yes.
the walking track area for Creekside Community Center.
Yes. Not
Right
hard
there
to
in that
find.
practice field.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And we can't get these circus people out of here.
What a circus it is in here.
Oh, it's a circus for sure.
Super nice.
Hey, again, if
see
you're looking
it.
for any kind of entertainment, I think this show is less than 2 hours, I think, maybe, around 2 hours.
Okay.
But I'm telling you what, you will be fully entertained. I guarantee it.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Cool.
I'm glad you're getting to go.
Well, I just bought one. He's, well, I was talking about tickets, and he's like, how many you want? And I was like,
Just buy them here.
One. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem going
You
by
will
myself.
totally enjoy it.
I will.
I guarantee
Chances are
it.
I'll know somebody there, too, so you never
Yeah.
know.
Well, do expect, I don't know if they want me to tell this or not, but do expect some crowd interaction.
Okay.
And they do pick people from the crowd to do some, impromptu skits.
Really?
They are fun. Funny.
Okay, good. I can't wait.
Oh, my
Okay,
gosh.
Perfect. All right. Wow. What time is it? It's like, dadgum.
That's almost time to leave.
That was our last break, though.
That was our last break.
Here, I want to show this.
Show.
There
yeah.
is the awesome flyer for the circus, but go check them out.
Check them out. Please go.
Yeah.
And if you have children, grandchildren, this is an experience for them. They may never have another opportunity to go to circus. I mean, big three-ring circus, big top circuses just aren't around anymore.
No.
And it's just every kid that was there just was giddy. They were having so much fun. And to have that formula is magical.
Yeah.
Just nothing less.
Can I be giddy?
You will.
Okay.
You'll have a great time.
Good
Check
deal.
them out. Check them out.
You
Next
betcha.
to Creekside.
Yeah.
Out there. Just park there and just walk toward the tents.
Dan,
Yes.
are we moving on? Or are we
You're
still
moving
okay.
on.
So, like Planet Fitness, that's
Yeah.
you get a membership there. You can go to any Planet Fitness you want to. Well, tanning beds. They provide
boy.
tanning beds. Well, this was a unique experience, horrid as it is, but they don't clean their tanning beds nightly because they would have noticed there was a dead guy lying in there for 3 days.
What?
Well, a lot of times
What?
Yeah. He was found at one of the chain's
You
24/7
cannot be
locations
serious.
in Indianapolis. His family reported him missing on Friday, but gym staff didn't find him until Monday morning. After police tracked the guy's ankle monitor, he was wearing one, and determined that he never left the gym.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
Did he die from sun exposure? or
It doesn't specify.
it was time for him to go.
But maybe he went in there to get warm. I don't know. I don't know.
no. Oh
but
my
how
gosh.
horrible.
You remember the story about Peanut the squirrel?
Yes.
They raided this person's home and took Peanut and euthanized him.
Yeah.
Killed
Why?
him.
Why did they do that?
Well, it turns out that Peanut the squirrel didn't have rabies after all, which means he died for nothing.
Yeah.
New York State animal welfare officers confirmed that internet famous Critter tested negative for the disease of rabies.
Wow.
Despite a ton of anonymous complaints that the wild animal had been living in someone's home and had way more likes than them. The state raided the farm Peanut lived in and now seems to have caused more trouble than they solved.
Wow.
So I guess a neighbor didn't like the fact that they had a squirrel caged up inside someone's home. I've seen people that have pet squirrels.
We have all kinds of pets, don't we?
Yeah,
You know
we
what I mean?
do.
Ferrets, all that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So, for weeks now, an elderly woman who lives in L.A. had complained about strange knocking sounds coming from under her home late at night. Her family thought it was just animals and dismissed it, as probably most of us would. So, fed up, she finally called the cops about it. It wasn't raccoons or stray possums. It was a naked dude. Apparently, he'd been sneaking into the woman's crawl space and hanging out all the night. The man has been arrested and given something to wear. So if you hear strange noises, don't just rack it up to animals. It could be a naked
Could
dude.
be a strange naked dude in your crawl space.
You never know.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah.
Have you been to Red Lobster lately?
No, but didn't they file for bankruptcy or something at some point? And,
I'm not sure. They have this Red Lobster a $20 endless shrimp deal.
Sure.
Where you could just eat and eat and eat and eat.
Gorge yourself.
Well, that deal is never coming back. Sorry, shrimp lovers, but it's dead in the water. Red Lobster is still in the process of revamping itself after declaring
yes.
and then pulling out of bankruptcy.
Okay, they pulled
They
out
went
of
in
it
and
then.
they came out.
Okay.
The seafood chain has a new CEO and the new menu items. But one thing will not be coming back is the $20 endless shrimp deal. The CEO says he knows how to do the math, and it just doesn't add up. So basically, you were getting a pretty good deal for the $20
Okay.
endless shrimp deal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, you read about shark attacks and people that are on surfboards and swimming and all that, but especially surfboards. But Australian scientists have just figured out that putting LEDs on the bottom of surfboards might keep great white sharks from attacking. They tested out their theory by lighting up the bottom of a seal-shaped decoy and found that the lights made it harder for the sharks to spot silhouettes of delicious things, of course, against the sunlight. The brighter the LEDs, the harder it was to make our potential food floating above them.
Yeah.
Make out potential food. Anyway, that would be a nice little addition, I think, to a surfboard if you are a little work. People surf in all kinds of waters.
They do. And some of them get bit by sharks.
Some of them get bit by sharks.
Yeah, some they do.
Yeah.
Netflix says half of its new customers sign up for ad-supported tiers.
So they're cheaper.
They're cheaper.
Because
I mean, how
you
much?
have to
What do you pay
almost.
for these days? How many services do you need?
That's what my husband. You sound like my husband.
I'm sorry. We're either
You don't need all that.
We're either so broke or just plain sick of paying premium streaming prices that more of us are willing to sit through commercials on Netflix. The company says half of the new signups are for the $7 ad-supported tier instead of the $16 for the cheaper ad-free version. Netflix says after launching it 2 years ago, they now have 70 million subscribers watching ads. That's twice as many as in the springtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. Hey,
Yep.
one more. I got another one.
Okay.
Batmobile. Have you ever had any interest in owning the Batmobile?
Yeah, if I had the only raffle ticket.
Well, here's your lucky chance.
Okay.
If you've got the cash, Dan, you can literally be Batman. Be Batman.
Okay.
10 replicas of the Batmobile tumbler from The Dark Knight are being created by a company called Wayne Enterprises. Yeah, really.
Bruce Wayne.
And they're being sold for $3 million a piece. They are even fitted with a fake gun turrets and turrets and a smoke screen. And yes, they are drivable. You can drive them, but they're not legal to drive on public roads.
Yeah.
So you have to keep them in your bat cave or on your property. You could take it out to your new property.
Yeah, I could take it out there. Go over to the low water bridges. I bet that would be fun.
I don't know. I always thought the Batmobile was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to do everything.
Yeah, exactly. Who wouldn't want to own a Batmobile?
Yeah, that or a bat boat or a bat copter or all that
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Today is World Kindness Day.
Is it now?
And if you're hoping to score some free donuts like last year, sorry to break it to you, but Krispy Kreme isn't doing that this year. Instead, you'll have to find another way to share your kindness and promote good deeds in your community, or maybe you could just pay for the donut yourself.
Start a Rumor Day. Psst. Did you hear? It's National Start a Rumor Day. Huh. Who cares who invented it? It says no one knows exactly where it came from.
I just make one up.
Whatever. It's also National Mom and Dad's Day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, every day's Kids' Day. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm,
Especially when they're young.
Should be.
So I think it's nice we have to honor our moms and dads. You know?
Didn't want to honor them very much when you were a teenager, though.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
But you appreciate them now, we hope.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
That's Thursday.
Yep.
Got a big show for you tomorrow. Who's on the guest list? Do you have any idea?
Dan, I don't know.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just had a pop quiz there for you.
Well, I flunked.
You got about 10 seconds.
It will be John Richardson with Richardson Appliance and Sales.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to talk to him.
Sales and service. All right.
All right, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.